going on, fam? It's your man VACAY-Jay, and yes, I'm back with another video. Yes, we see that Zane is having a little bit too much fun juicing up Elder Mother Marva. We see your boy Aaron is roaming around, and he discovers a lot in this episode, and Ruth definitely is still making sure that she got the power. Make sure you check out all my episode recaps so you can get caught up on everything so you don't miss anything. So let's get into episode 21 of Tyler Perry's Ruthless. So the name of this episode is Just One More Time, and it reads, Zane tries to save Marva from the highest wrath. Manny finds unexpected help for his injury. Dikhan is finally set free, and Laura confides in Joan about her rocky marriage. Yeah, this definitely is a heat up here. So where did we leave off? We left off where Zane is juicing up Elder Marva, and she is fighting and she is crying. She's like, no, stop it. Stop doing that. Stop it. And she's like, I'm trying to help you, but really, she's laughing and enjoying this time juicing up Elder Marva, getting Elder Marva back for everything that she's done, really. But Zane is finding a whole new level of enjoyment. And she's like, what are you doing? No, I'll take my chances with the highest. And she's like, no, I'm trying to help you, So the highest, he would do worse to you. So I'm going to try to help you. And she's like, no, I don't need your help. I don't need your help. Just let it go. Don't do it again. Don't do it again. So she says, just one more time. Just one more time. And she does it one more time. And Elder Mother Marva falls out. She's like, I'm just trying to help you. And she said, take me out of this chair. She lets her loose and she smacks Zane on the ground. I knew that was going to happen. She was like, how dare you? I can't believe you did that to me. She's like, I was trying to help you because I know the highest would do worse to you. She's like, you know what? Just go, just get out of here, And yeah, she was definitely upset at Zane. So Zane comes out. She is scared because she knows that Elder Mother Marva is going to punish her. So she rolls up on River and Ruth. She's like, oh, Elder Mother, I punished her and I shouldn't have because now she's going to punish me. I don't know what to do. I'm so scared. She's going to tell the highest. She's like, listen, you did that? You did? I told you not to do that, right? But you did it anyway, huh? So Ruth says, hey, you know what? River, go in there and tell Elder Mother Marva that it was okay that you spoke to the highest and that the highest is pleased that Zane did it, right? He's like, no, why would I do that? No. He's like, do it. We got to get this money, right? So he goes in there with Zane and tells Elder Mother Marva that he spoke to the highest and that the highest was very pleased and that he's not going to punish you because Zane already punished you. See, it was a good thing that Zane punished you. She's like, oh, really? Oh, really? Oh, okay. She's like, yeah, he was a good thing. She's like, like, I don't know if it was a good thing or not. She doesn't know how to feel. So here we go. Joan is still looking for Aaron. She's running around. And, Ruth is just like, you know what? This is all on you. You brought him here to take the money. That's what I think. I think you did. And Joan gets into it. She's like, well, you're the one, trying to scare them and telling Laura about the punishment room and telling Laura about how the highest is going to butt plug him and all this and that. She's like, well, I was joking. She's like, well, you scared them off. So now they're running around and I'm in this position. And, Ruth doesn't care about that. She's like, I'm all about the money. This is your problem, not mine. You need to go find him. And yeah, Joan is pretty upset about that. She's like, yeah, you think I'm trying to get them to take the money, but I'm not. And they're going back and forth. And Ruth is like, yo, listen, you're not taking this money from me. You can do whatever you want to do. But yeah, Joan is pissed off at Ruth as well because Aaron's running around and she's not helping her. So Aaron comes out of the bathroom. Manny's there and he's like, oh, that took pretty long. He's like, yeah. So, Aaron's like, yo, you don't look good, man. You don't look good. He's like, nah, I'm all right. He's like, what's wrong with you? What's going on? So, Manny sits down and Aaron goes and checks his pulse. And he's like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm checking your pulse. He's like, how do you know how to do that? He's like, because I'm a paramedic. So Aaron is a paramedic. And Manny's like, oh, okay, he's a paramedic, so maybe he can help him out more so than Elder Mother Marva. So he's asking him questions. He's like, yo, can you help me? Can you help me? And Aaron's trying to assess what's really going on. He's like, okay, I'm going to tell you, but not right here. So he wants Aaron to follow him. We'll see what happens next. So here we go. River goes into the punishment room with Dikhan and the FBI boys. And Dikhan's like, what are you doing here? He's like, I'm here to free you, brother. I'm here to free you, right? So he's kind of like, what? You here to free me? He's like, yeah. The highest wants you free. He's letting you go. It's like, all right, take me out of these chains, right? So Dikhan is not really grateful to River at all. He doesn't like him. So as Dikhan is walking out, Malcolm is talking junk, so he kicks Malcolm on the way out. So here we go. River's like, hey, what's going on, guys? Andrew, you're not looking too good there. He's like, oh, listen, man, can you get me some water? Can you get us some water? He's like, well, you won't really be punished if I get you some water. And plus it stinks in here. I can smell you guys. It's terrible, right? So he's just rubbing it in. Of course, Malcolm is trying to make another deal. Boy, he's trying anything and everything. And River's like, listen, man, if I help you out, then guess what? I'm going to get in trouble, and that's not going to be good for me. And Andrew's like, man, don't do it. Don't even do it, man. Like, Malcolm, just shut up. Like, be quiet. And again, he's still trying to make deals with anybody that he can make a deal with, but it's not going to happen. So River's in there kind of playing around with him, taunting them a little bit, and these guys are like, man, we're never going to get out of here. They have no hope of getting out at all, right? So Dikhan knocks on the door, says, stop talking to them and get out of here. Right, so River goes outside, and they walk outside, and yeah, here comes the confrontation, right? They're always having a confrontation. So he's like, how did you get me out, and why did you get me out? And River's like, listen, I suck good D, so because of that, that's how I got you out. And he's like, what? What are you talking about? Don't ever say that. Don't ever say that to me ever again, right? And he's like, tell me, how did it happen? He said, again, I suck good D, and because I suck good, guess what? You got out. I told the highest that, you guys have been tortured enough, and that's what it is. And he's like, don't ever say that again to me. I swear I'm going to kill you. And you know what? And it's just not good that you do it like that you're doing this, right? So Dikhan definitely has been jealous of River for quite some time. And River's like, listen, man, when it comes down to us and our love and protection of the highest, I'm your equal. And Dikhan's like, you'll never be my equal, man. You'll never be my equal, And, River's trying to convince him, hey, you know what? I'm not that bad of a guy. But Dikhan doesn't care. He's like, all right, Dikhan. And he grabs him by the chin, and he's like, listen, and River's talking a whole lot of mess, talking real bold. He's like, yo, you not appreciating me helping you out is getting kind of tired. I helped you out. I got you out of the punishment trailer. Like, stop playing me right now. You know what I'm saying? So they go back and forth, and Dikhan's like, you know what? You're too pretty for me. You're lucky you're too pretty for me. And then he walks away. Of course, River starts laughing, and the whole nine, right? So here we go. Aaron goes with Manny to the infirmary. And guess what happens? Yes, he's like, what is this? What is this? And, Manny's like, listen, man, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. So he shows him what happened to him. Pencil sharpener, y'all remember, right? So he's like, how did that happen? Oh, a knife. I fell on a knife. He's still enrolling with that same excuse. He's like, that doesn't look right. That looks like more than a knife and everything else like that. He's like, listen, can you help me? Can you stitch it up? So he looks around, looks for gloves, and he looks for a needle. He's like, who did this? He's like, oh, Elder Mother Marva did this. Yeah, this needle is rusted. So it's infected now at this point. And, Aaron, the paramedic, is like, listen, man, you need to go to a doctor. He's like, no, we don't go to the doctor here. The Rocco's going to help. So he's going to try to stitch him up. Joan goes back to her trailer to talk to Laura, and she's like, did you find him? He's like, no, I didn't find him. Do you have an idea where he'd be? She's like, you know what? He's trying to sabotage this. Our marriage is real rocky right now. He didn't even want to come, so he could leave, if anything. Our marriage is on the rocks right now, so he's not going to mess this up for me. I want to be here. If the highest says I can stay, I'm going to stay, and he can go. And yeah, Laura's revealing a whole lot. The marriage is rocky because, they lost all those kids, and there's a whole lot going on within that marriage. So Joan is like, don't worry, I'm going to try to find him, but you stay here, okay? We got to find him before he messes everything up for everybody, right? Joan is really trying to calm her down, but Laura is so adamant about letting him go. And she's like, no, that's your husband. We're going to find him. It's going to be okay. Stay here, right? So here we go. The FBI boys, they're in there. Again, we ain't never going to get out of here. And Malcolm is talking a whole bunch of junk. And he's like, man, I hope you die. And they just wishing that he died. And he's shaking, right? Because he's suffering from withdrawal of, the products. So, of course, Brian is like, man, I hope you die right now. So they're like, man, we hope you die right now. Brian's like, man, you're going to die in 2 hours. And Andrew's like, yo, I'll give you 45 minutes. I hope you die. They just hope Malcolm just dies. So back at the infirmary, gets stitched up a little bit by Aaron. Aaron, again, got blood on his hands like crazy. Like, go wash your hands, man. It's weird. He's like, listen, man, you need to get a tetanus shot. You can get it from the pharmacy. It's like, yeah, you can get it from the pharmacy and everything else like that. But I'm going to go with you because this seems like it's self-inflicted, like he did it to himself. And, scumbag Manny's like, what? What are you talking about? What you trying to say? He's like, well, I just need to go with you because, it doesn't look right. So he's like, what? What are you saying? What are you trying to talk about? What are you trying to say to me? He's like, nothing. He's like, listen, man, you need to go back to where you was at, man. Thanks for your help. Like, get up out of here, bro. Like you got to go, right? So he leaves. And I'm surprised that Manny let him go by himself. Like, what is going on? Manny's not even thinking right now. So what does Aaron do? Aaron is now roaming the grounds, right? He's roaming around, looking around. And I'm surprised nobody is catching Aaron walking around. Where are the guards? What is going on here? Like, how is this guy walking around and not being detected by the guards? Terrible job. Security is the worst at the Raku campus right now. It's terrible. So we go back to the highest trailer. He's laid out, high as a kite, right? Here comes Dikhan walking in the door, and he's looking at everything, looking at, the whole aftermath of the wrestling fight that him and River had. So he's going to clean up. He's cleaning up the place, putting tables back, putting candles back, doing all this and that, trying to stay in the good graces of the highest as usual, puts a cover over the highest, and yes, the highest wakes up. So he wakes up. He's like, oh, you're back. He's like, yes, I'm back. Yeah, are you okay? Yes, I'm okay. And he's like, why did you disappoint me? Dikhan's like, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. So, everybody's sorry, right? Everybody's sorry. He's like, listen, where's Elder Mother Marva? He's like, oh, she's in the kitchen cooking your stuff. Okay, good, because I need some food. Like, he's high as a kite, so he needs some serious nourishment in his body with all the stuff going through him right now. He's like, yeah, go make sure, because I need my food right now, bruh. So he's like, all right, I'm going to go get it. I'm going to go hurry her up. Let me go hurry her up, right? Okay, so now back in the kitchen, we got Elder Mother Marva Supreme, and she's putting a little bit of product in the highest stuff. And Zane is like, oh, what's that? What's that? She's like, I can't tell you all the secrets, right? So she's trying to make his food, trying to put a little bit of products, a little bit of medical stuff up in there, but not trying to reveal it to anybody. She wants to be, held in high regard. She wants to be the only one to make his food. So here comes Ruth. Yes, Elder Mother Marva, Ruth, right? Is the food ready? Well, he's hungry right now. He needs his food right now, right? So she's trying to rush him. So Elder Mother Marva says, go to the gate. And yes, they're waiting for you, so you can go to the store. Don't forget what I told you to get, right? Of course, the pregnancy test is what she's talking about, right? So she tells Zane to go to the gate so they can go to the store. And yeah, she's going to do what she has to do. Of course, Ruth is like this chick. She's like, what's going on, Elder Mother Marva? You need to let me know what's in that food, what you put in his food. And she's like, I'll never let you know that, whatever. I'm not going to tell you. She's like, listen, she could have punished you, electrocuted you, and you could have died. She's like, but she wasn't going to do that because she loves me and I love her and da-da-da-da-da, right? So she's like not telling her anything. She's like, get out of the kitchen. I'm not telling you nothing. You see, you think you're going to be okay once he finds out that you're not pregnant. And she's like, why would you say that? You know, so here comes Dikhan like, what is going on here? And Ruth is like, Dikhan, can we talk for a moment? She's like, get this gal out of here. Get her out of here now. Get her out of my kitchen. And she's like, Dikhan, we really, really need to talk. Can we talk? She's like, no, you can't talk to him. You know, like, just, they were just in the punishment trailer the other day. Now they back at it again, right? So he's like, listen, you need to hurry up with this food. Ruth, go outside and wait for me. She's like, is this food ready? Well, I can't rush the meal. She's like, you know, she's not pregnant, right? She's like, why would you say that? You know, yeah, because she's not showing. She's like, well, I believe her. She's like, well, we're going to find out after the test, you know. You're going to after the test. So Dikhan comes out. She's like, listen, Dikhan, we need to talk. Do you miss me? You know, are you angry with me? He's like, listen, you know, she just told me that you may not be pregnant, right? She's like, listen, you know that she puts products in his food. He's like, what? It's like, yeah, she puts products in his food. And if she dies, then she doesn't know how to make it and everything else like that. It's like, well, okay, that's fine. But guess what? If you're not pregnant, guess what? That's going to be bad for you and your child. And Dikhan walks away. Like, what does that mean? What are you talking about, Dikhan? Man, these guys are crazy. So here we go. Aaron is walking around. Aaron is walking around free as a bird. Nobody's around. Security is terrible right now. These guys they're all sleeping, okay? And he's rolling around again. Security doesn't see, but he comes across the punishment trailer, right? So he goes in and he's snooping around. Again, nobody is around. This is very surprising to me, but again, this is, I guess, for the story's sake, right? So he rolls in, goes in a couple of doors, looks in a couple of windows, looking around, what is going on? And guess what? He walks into the punishment trailer with the FBI boys, and they're like, yo, man, what's going to happen next? We shall see in the next episode of Tyler Perry's Ruthless. Yeah, this one was a filler for me. Definitely just informative, just a filler up, but yes, definitely a good one, right? Absolutely, you guys already know. If you just found me, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I appreciate you all for watching. Let me know your thoughts on this one right here. You know, this one was pretty good. Looking forward to the next one. What's going to happen next is Aaron. Is Aaron going to release the FBI boys? You guys let me know. Drop your comments below. Appreciate you all for watching. If you like and love this video, definitely check out this next one. Until next time, salute.